When a man loses the ability to continue living his dream, can you even call him a man anymore? When a man was once great, can he ever be great again? I was once a man and a great detective, and I went by the name Logan Pi. I was top dog around campus when it came to school-related mysteries. Everyone knew that when your backpack got stolen at my school, you could rest easy knowing that Logan Pi was on the case. But there's one case in particular that I think you might find interesting. The case of the locker bandit. It all started when my ambitious sidekick, Bert, gave me the scoop. Listen, man, you're having trouble, take it to the police. We're full. What's this?
What do you think, boss? Case Officer Max sent us. Said he needs some help.
Alright, I'm gonna get some fresh air. You can handle the rest of the cases.
You want me to do all these cases on my own, boss?
You're my partner, aren't you? In hindsight, I may have been a little tough on the kid, but there was no time to think about my neglectful behavior towards my partner. Something peculiar has just piqued my interest. My return, it said. Pretty ominous, yet the handwriting seemed familiar. I took the note over to Officer Mack for a second opinion. What's the deal with all these lockers?
It's just kind of crazy. We've had a few break-ins, typical burglary, some thefts from some lockers. We got about 8 or 9 lockers broken into. I gotta get this thing figured out. I'm not sure what's going on here.
I found this in one of the lockers down the hall.
Interesting. Where'd you find this?
Down the hall.
Down the hall? Okay, some good stuff here. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna need your help.
Alright.
I need you to take over this case for me. I got about 5 or 6 other things I'm doing, man. I really need your help in this situation. Can you help me out here?
Yeah, I guess.
All right, appreciate that. I got a lot of faith in you, all right?
All right.
All right, I'll send you the files to the case as soon as I clear this out.
Alright.
Thanks, appreciate that.
Shortly after heading back to the office, Bert came in with some new files for me to peruse. What did Officer Mack tell you about the case?
He thinks it may be an old case you cracked a few years back.
So then it's solved.
Well, that's the thing, boss. Officer Max suspects it may be related.
What do you mean?
Well, he thinks it may be the locker bandit.
So it's a copycat crime.
Well, not exactly. He's been putting sticky notes up all over town.
So it's a copycat crime.
Well,
Bert continued blabbering about whether or not these sticky notes were directly tied to the real locker bandit that I knew so many years ago. Throughout his ramblings, however, he happened to mention the school library. It was never used anymore. It would be a perfect place to hide on campus if you were planning a massive robbery, so that was the next place I looked.
Well, it looks like you found me. I was expecting your arrival. You are faster than the last detective.
What? You? What are you doing here?
Any last words, detective?
I'm taking you down, chump. You won't get away this time.
But you see, all you detectives are the same. Just a bunch of meatheads with your investigations or whatnot. This is not Scooby-Doo, son. Sorry to break it to you, but this is real life. Now, bear witness, because this was the end for the last detective, and this will be the end for you.
Jeepers creepers, boss man. What in the heck's going on in here?
Bert, you gotta stop him. It's the locker bandit.
It's over, detective. Your little sidekick can't save you now.
Don't worry, boss man. I got him. Boss, I got him.
Gosh darn, Bert. I was supposed to get him.
Don't worry, boss man. I'll tell Chief you did most of the work.
You know what, Bert? I appreciate that. You can take all the credit. And so that was the tale of how I, Logan Pi, locked up the locker bandit once and for all.
Gee whiz, Pops. You sure lived a hell of a life.
Yes, son, I did. And now, I want you to live that life, my only son.
Wow, Pop. I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. Just take my gift and do with it what Bert and I started.
Oh, but Dad, whatever did happen to Bert anyway? Dad, I'm so sorry.
Coming this summer, in order to avenge his father's death,
I'll avenge you, Bert.
this son must reopen the family business.
Hands in the air, chump.
But this family business ain't just cooking breakfast in bed. He's gonna have to fight crime,
You're under arrest.
solve mysteries.
It's bustin' time.
He's gonna have to go where no son has ever gone before. It's Sailor P.I. Written and directed by the award-winning director of Sophomore, Dante Downey.